A very good afternoon to all. So today we have to start the one more bit in the respiratory system, that is the air sacs. Okay, already we finished the gills and we finished the lungs. So we have to move to the next one, that is the air sac. So what do you know regarding the air sacs? What is the function of air sac? So first you have to study about the lungs. Already I told what is mean by lungs, how it will be works, what is its function. So air sac means again it is a compartment like structure. Okay, thin structure plays an important role for the exchange of the gases. Getting what I'm saying? Air sacs are the structure which are mainly present in the birds. Even these have the lungs. Other than the lungs, these have the air sacs also. Means two respiratory organs, that is the lungs plus air sacs present in the birds. So lungs means what? These are the soft spongy organs present in the higher animals, okay, birds and in the mammals. So left lung is there and the right lung is there. Same thing present in the birds also, left and the right lung, which occupies the pleural cavity. Where these lungs are present? In the pleural cavities in case of the birds. How the body is made up of? These are made up of elastic tissues that stretches and recoils as we breathe. Okay, so recoiling will be takes place when the breathing will be happens, and tissue must be moist to allow gas exchange. So the tissue becomes moist, so the gas exchange will be takes place here. Bird lungs do not expand or contract like the lungs of mammals. How the contraction and relaxation takes place in mammals, while the inspiration and expiration like that will not happen in case of the birds. Okay, that will not expand, that will not contract as like the mammals. Air sacs. So air sacs means I told. So these will be in a compartment like structure or thin structures, okay, which will be hold the air. How the structure of the air sacs means? These are the compartments like structure, thin walled, and which will be hold the air and facilitate internal air passage to allow birds. Means birds lives in the almost in the environmental region, so it will be takes more air. So the air sacs just act like a passage to exchange of the gases. Okay, even though lungs plays an important role for the respiration other than the air sacs. Firstly lungs will be respire, then air sacs. Okay, so these are thin membrane connected to the primary and secondary bronchi. Where these are present means these are mainly attached or connected to the primary and the or secondary bronchi via ostia. So these so that we called as the part of the respiratory system. Air sacs are poorly vascularized, means blood vessel is not present that much. These we called as the poorly vascularized by the systemic circulation and do not directly participate in significant gas exchange. So directly the gas exchange will not takes place. Directly the gas exchange in case of the air sacs will not takes place here. What will be happen? These will be just act as a bellows to ventilate the lungs. These will be helpful for the lungs for the respiration purpose. So these plays important role for the gas exchange and it will be helps for the lungs for the respiration purpose. So this slide again indicates the continuation of the air sacs. Functionally, these are the 9 air sacs, can be divided into anterior sacs and the posterior sacs. Here they divided 9 air sacs, 1 interclavicular sac, 2 cervical, means in the cervical region present, 2 anterior thoracic sacs, means in the thoracic region, anterior posterior like that, then 2 abdominal sacs. The structure I will show now. As we know, air sacs have very thin wall with few blood vessels, that I told, only it is poorly vascularized. So they do not play a direct role in gas exchange. Rather, they act as a bellows to ventilate the lungs. The structure will be like this. These we called as the air sacs. airflow through the avian respiratory system during the inspiration and the expiration. All these air sacs plays important role during the inspiration and expiration, means that will be helpful to the lungs. These will be helpful for the lungs purpose. So directly respiration will not takes place through the air sacs. So the firstly lungs, then secondly air sacs. The structure will be like this. Okay, these we called as the structure of the air sac. Firstly trachea, then interclavicular air sac, like this structure. Single interclavicular air sac is there. Then below that lungs are there, pair of lungs. Anterior posterior thoracic air sacs. Okay, anterior and the posterior thoracic air sacs, that is divided. Then abdominal air sac. So at the lower end, at the end part, that we called as the abdominal air sacs. So this we called as the structure of the air sacs. What is the benefits of the air sacs? That we called as the unidirectional flow of the air will be takes place here. Okay, so means that we called as the unidirectional. When the air enters, again it will be not come back from the same side. That we called as the unidirectional flow of the air will be takes place. Then again delivers huge quantity of the oxygen. So oxygen serving will be takes place in a huge quantity because it is always present in the environment region. The birds always in the environment, so that present large air will be enters and the oxygen will be takes place here. How it will be works? The air sacs permits a unidirectional flow of air through the lungs. Okay, through the lungs the unidirectional flow of the air will be takes place. That's why air moving through the bird lungs is largely fresh air, always fresh air, and has a higher oxygen contents. When the bird will be respire, the huge quantity of the air will be enters in the body, that has the huge quantity of the oxygen or the O2, which is the fresh air. So that in bird's lungs more oxygen is available to diffuse into the blood. That's why air sacs will be help. It will be make it help for the lungs here. These again protect internal delicate organs because these are mainly present in the wing region, present in the bones and in the cavity of the body of the birds. That's why it will be protect the internal organs. Okay, so that it will be makes the body very means it will be decrease the weight of the birds because the presence of the air sacs. Interclavicular sac is essential for vocal sound production. So the one type air sac that we called as interclavicular, which will be plays important role for the production of the vocal sacs, vocal production. That is the vocal sound. Like these air sacs are present in the membrane of the bird wings. Okay, these we called as the air space in the bone. Trachea, bronchus, lungs are like this. Air sacs are present at the lower side of the lungs. Thin-walled compartments are present. Then air sacs of blue rock pigeon. So each and every birds have somewhat a different structure that we have to study. Like these diagrams you have to draw. This we called as the structure of the air sacs. So trachea, syrinx, cervical air sacs present here. Air sac in cavity of humerus, means in the bone. That this part large we called as the interclavicular air sac. These are the lungs. This is the abdominal air sac. This is the posterior thoracic air sac, anterior thoracic air sacs. Okay, like these are the structures present within the body of the birds. What are the features? What is the main characteristic feature of the air sac means? So some of them extended to the bones. Air sacs also thin-walled compartments and non-muscular, non-vascular. Okay, and even we called as non-elastic. Bladder-like membrane connected to the lungs. These are mainly connected to the lungs. Air sacs are only the inflated extensions of the mucous membrane of some blindly ending bronchioles. These are mainly attached to the bronchioles, so that's we called as the only the inflated extensions of the mucous membrane. in which region of the bronchi has the mucous membrane, there only the air sacs are present. In pigeon, there are 9 major air sacs. Okay, 9 air sacs are present in the pigeon, paired and the unpaired like this. Even abdominal, anterior and the posterior air sacs are the present. So other gets filled with fresh air during expiration. Okay, this slide actually indicates different types of the air sacs and what is the feature of those air sacs. So interclavicular air sac, this is the first type of the air sac, which is unpaired air sac. Okay, interclavicular means this is present here. This we called as interclavicular air sac. Seen in the region of the furcula, means in the region of the lungs. Okay, in the bones, formed by the union of two sacs. It has two lateral extensions known as the accessory air sacs. They are axillary sac and extraclavicular sac. Then second is the cervical air sac. These are pair of sac from each lung. Okay, cervical air sac. These we called as the cervical air sacs, just below the neck region, located at the base of the neck. Thoracic air sac means it includes paired anterior thoracic and posterior thoracic. In the thoracic only anterior is there and posterior is there. Located, they extended from the outer side of the lungs to the edge of the sternum, means sternum is the bone. Abdominal air sacs, largest air sacs, these we called as the largest, lie among the coils of the intestine. Where these are present, lie among the, means coiling like structures takes place in the intestinal region. So that's why it is the biggest or the largest one. So these air sacs may be connected to the adjacent parts of the lungs by several air tubes called as recurrent bronchi. Then what is the function of the air sac or the role of the air sac? Reduce the specific gravity of the body. Okay, which will be reduce the gravity of the body and thereby decrease the body weight and increase the lightness. That's why you can easily fly, because it reduces the body weight and always it will be reduces the gravity. Act as blowers and bring about the efficient of air in lungs during respiration. It will be brings the more oxygen, more air into the lungs. Serve as ballast and equilibrium of body for balanced flight. Okay, it is present in the membrane of the wings, so it will be maintains the, or it will be helpful for the flight purpose. Functions as accessory breathing organs. So these we called as even respiratory organs, even we called as the accessory breathing organs. Reduce mechanical friction during flight. So these will be reduces the mechanical frictions during flight purpose. Promote internal perspiration and thereby help to regulate body temperature. Okay, when the water will be goes outside the body through the perspiration process, that's why it will be happens due to the presence of the air sac, that we call as the, it regulate the body temperature. Okay, so up to this regarding the air sacs. So next time we have to study the circulatory system, that is the comparative anatomy of the different vertebrate heart. Okay, thank you.